There's no way I could make this any simpler. MSPs who use this marketing strategy win new clients faster. So why isn't everyone using it? Because it's not new, it's not sexy, and I'll be honest, it's not fun to do. It's something that has to be done to speed up new client acquisition. But look, let's give you the business case for it to see if it's something that you want to implement. Let me tell you what it is, why it works, and how the best MSPs implement it. I love marketing. I literally love it. Marketing has not only paid my mortgage over the years, it paid off a mortgage back in 2016 by letting me build up a business and selling it. It allowed me to acquire rental properties. It allowed me to try my hand at property developing, which actually was a disaster, but we won't get into that. It's also allowed me to get involved in a few other people's business ventures. And I say this not to boast at all, because my success is modest by most standards. In fact, I consider my work-life balance and my solid relationship with my 15-year-old child, Sam, I consider that to be my greater marker of personal success than what I've actually achieved in terms of bank accounts and businesses and all of that kind of stuff. I'm just trying to show you the sheer life-changing power of marketing, because I want to inspire you to take marketing more seriously in your MSP. When you get the marketing right, it allows you to find people who could one day buy your services. It gets those people to choose to start a conversation with you, join one of your audiences, and be educated and entertained by you with your content marketing. But there does come a point where if you want to sell them your services, you have to move them from being someone you talk to mostly on LinkedIn, YouTube, and email to being someone you talk to offline. And the single most powerful tool to do that is the phone. In that business that I sold in 2016, which was a healthcare marketing business, we had 12,000 leads, which back then we emailed twice a week. So that's 24,000 emails a week going out. And we used a CRM to track every single open and every single click from every single person on that list. I then had a team of 3 telesales people sitting, looking at that list, using their brains and figuring out who haven't we spoken to for a few months. And then they just called those people. That was all they did, 5 days a week. And that was how we generated £1 million, which is about $1.3 million a year of revenue in that business. And we did that every year because we could see who the leads were, who was active, and by phoning them, we could find out who was ready to buy. Good marketing puts the right message in front of the right person at the right time, and using the phone accelerated that process. Of course, yes, the phone is inefficient and it's difficult. More often than not, we couldn't get hold of the person we were calling. Gatekeepers can be very, very effective. But when we did get hold of them, we attempted to have a relationship-building conversation. At least once a day or once every other day, we would have a very high-quality conversation with a lead, and we were able to book a sales appointment with them, turning them from a lead into a prospect. Now, if I owned an MSP like yours, I would do exactly the same thing today. Yes, even in 2025, I would build audiences of people who were willing to listen to me. And these audiences will be the decision makers and influencers in the businesses I wanted to work with. And then I would educate and entertain those people using good marketing content, building up a light relationship with them, and building up my business's profile as well. But ultimately, what would make me money would be having a telephone person looking at all of the marketing activity, picking up the phone, and making outbound phone calls to these people. This is the 3-step lead generation system my MSP Marketing Edge service is based around. Number 1, build audiences. Number 2, grow relationships. And number 3, convert relationships. I know this is a very hard thing to do within an MSP. If you don't already have this kind of function set up, it really isn't easy to get started. And telephone people are the hardest people to hire. This certainly isn't the kind of job that you would want to do yourself, right? Most of us started the business, so we didn't have to do this kind of thing. But I promise you, making outbound calls is essential to turn leads into prospects, in the same way that sales meetings are essential to turn prospects into clients.
Paul Green's MSP Marketing Edge.